I'm back. Road Rants for the Black and White Network, and we've got something that is repulsive, although I don't know that any of us could say we are surprised when it comes to big tech. And look, at this point, I think it's been made pretty clear in the past where the allegiances of the GoFundMe platform, where they align from a political perspective. They are absolutely on the leftist partisan line. And over towards the progressives. I mean, they're the same platform that actually allowed a GoFundMe account for Seattle's Chaz Autonomous Zone. Everybody remember that? You know, an entirely large section of Seattle that was had been taken over by the Summer of Love / criminal destruction. Looked like the bad part of town in Gotham, for crying out loud. Like the Joker just decided to take over a bunch of city blocks and turn it into utter mayhem. Well, GoFundMe was fine with that, by the way. They were shilling accounts that supported that Chaz zone. But when it comes to truckers, truckers, YouTube, truckers that are actually out there fighting against mandates, promoting freedoms, pro-choice, if you know what I mean, against things like mask mandates and the jab. Well, GoFundMe doesn't like that very much. And look, those truckers, they're being supported by a lot of patriots around the country, and GoFundMe didn't like that, so they shut them down. Yeah, they shut them down. This is The Blaze. GoFundMe announced on Friday that it has yanked the Freedom Convoy 2022 fundraiser from its crowdfunding platform. Trucks and other vehicles have engaged in blockading of streets in Ottawa, Canada, according to Reuters. Now, we've all seen that on TV, what's going on there. During a press conference earlier this week, Tamara Leach, who had been named as a, quote, organizer on the fundraiser, called the elimination of all COVID-19 mandates in Canada. Another individual listed as, quote, a team member on the fundraiser. We are therefore calling for all levels of government in Canada to end all COVID mandates and restrictions. We will continue our protest until we see a clear plan for their elimination, Leach declared. The fundraiser in support of the protest effort had raised millions of dollars. We now have evidence from law enforcement that the previously peaceful demonstration has become an occupation. Oh, here we go with the buzzwords. With police reports of violence and other unlawful activity. Let it be noted, it's like with anything, there are going to be small outliers of troublemakers. Okay, when you get a large group together, you can't go to a concert without there being that one little outlier section of assholes who don't know how to act. We know that. We've seen that. Everything, right? Everything. GoFundMe said in a post about the fundraiser, following a review of relevant facts and multiple discussions with local law enforcement and city officials, this fundraiser is now in violation of our terms of service, which prohibits the promotion of violence and harassment, and has been removed from the platform. So GoFundMe didn't shield anything related to the BLM. Is that what we're going to say? I wonder about that. Organizers provided a clear distribution plan for the initial $1 million that was released earlier this week and confirmed funds would be used only for participants who traveled to Ottawa to participate in this peaceful protest. Given how this situation has evolved, no further funds will be directed directly to the Freedom Convoy organizers. We will work with organizers to send all remaining funds to credible and established charities chosen by the Freedom Convoy 2022 organizers and verified by GoFundMe, the post said. GoFundMe said that while the fundraiser has been taken off of its platforms, donors can ask for refunds. The Ottawa police cheered GoFundMe's decision and urged similar action by other crowdfunding platforms. Quote, we want to thank at GoFundMe for listening to our concerns as a city and police service. The decision to withhold funding for these unlawful demonstrations is an important step, and we call on all crowdfunding sites to follow the police. Thanks for shilling communist principles. Yeah, I added that part. I'm just throwing that in there. So, again, we can see where GoFundMe's allegiances lie. Again, a small outlier of people. You know, they're also promoting those folks as a bunch of white supremacists. Stop it. That's not what's going on up there. That is more mainstream media bullshit. And we all know it. We all know that. But they're trying. Look, these truckers are not getting paid up there right now. Okay? They're not getting paid. They're just up there. They're trying to fight for freedoms. They've had enough of the COVID thing. Look, a lot of us have had enough of the COVID thing. I'm in Texas, so I've been subjected to a lot less of it because we don't have a lunatic leftist governor. We've got Greg Abbott. In Florida, they have Ron DeSantis that said, nope, we're not doing this bullshit anymore. We're not locking down. We're not going to have masks everywhere. And you know what? We are all fine. We are all fine. I mean, you know, you got your right to make your decisions involving what you want to do involving the damn pandemic. I mean, come on. That's called being an American. Well, up there, they have that nutcase prime minister, and we know he is full on board restricting everything. I mean, running the leftist playbook to a utter T, and now we have GoFundMe making a clear political partisan kind of call by shutting people off their platform. Look, I understand they're privately owned. They can do what they want to do, but that also doesn't mean that patriots and people that believe in freedom have to continue to use their platform. I mean, the fact is we don't. We don't have to use their platform anymore. This is just more, look, they think they can, it's kind of the version of, hey, you can do what you want. You've got a choice. You don't have to take the jab, but your company requires it. Well, you got the choice of quitting. No, you're trying to box somebody into a corner to force them to take the jab in order to remain employed and keep putting food on the table for their family. That's not a GD choice. It's not. Okay, that's coercion. That is forcing somebody to make a decision they should not have to make. Period. People are fed up with that bullshit. Plain and simple. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.